Hi, I'm Bobbi. We're here today in Polished Brows in Egbert. Today I'm here to show you my signature lamination treatment. Let's go. Step 1 of the lamination treatment, we're going to start with a cleanse. So this is just going to get rid of all them natural oils off the skin or any makeup that's left behind. So I'm just going to remove the shampoo with a cotton pad. Now we're going to go in with the lifting cream from Killer Beauty, and I'm just going to apply this using a silicone brush. So this is going to break down the bonds in the hair and make the hairs flexible so that we can manipulate them into another direction. Now we're just going to brush through the hairs with a micro brush just to make sure that there's an even application on each hair. And then we're just going to leave that on for about 2 minutes before we check the hairs. Now we're just going to check and see if the hairs are flexible. So I'm going to get the micro brush and I'm just going to brush the hairs down. You can see that some hairs are staying down and some of them are pinging back up. So I'm just going to remove some of the product and reapply it to the hairs that haven't processed just yet. One of the main reasons why I love this solution is because even though it's a TGA, the processing times aren't super quick, so you still have time and control over the hairs. So I'm just going to reapply the solution on the hairs that aren't processed just yet. Now I'm just going to do another lash check. And you can see some of these hairs aren't pinging back anymore, so now I'm just going to go and remove the product and do the same thing again. Now we're just going to leave that on for about 1 minute because we don't want to lead to over processing the hairs. Now we're going to apply the Neutralizing lotion from Killer Beauty. So I'm just going to put that all over the hairs, and then we're going to brush the hairs into the desired position. This is then going to set the hairs into this new position and reconstruct the bonds that we've just broken. So I'm just going to use the micro brush to brush the hairs into the new position. Now we're just going to check the hairs and make sure that step 2 is ready to be removed. So the same thing that we've done with step 1, we're going to brush the hairs down, but this time instead of them staying down, we want them to ping back up exactly how to do it now. So I'm just going to go over the whole of the eyebrow and check each bit. When you're pushing the hairs away, you want to make sure that you're doing it against the hair's natural growth. And you're just looking for them to ping back towards the new position. And then now we can remove step 2 from the hairs. So after talking to my client, we've decided that we're not going to go for a tint today, which is completely fine because not everyone wants their eyebrows tinted. So now we're just going to go straight in with the mapping to wax our eyebrows into a new shape. So we're going to start by finding the centre of the face, and then we're going to find the front of the bulb using the side of the nose, and then we're just going to mirror this on to the other side. We're then going to find the starting of the brow bulb, and then we're going to find the height of the brow bulb. Now this client doesn't have much of a brow arch, but we're just going to use this long hair there just to make it a little bit higher than the bulb. We're now going to find the finishing of the eyebrow, and now we're going to create the arch. Now I'm going to find the body of the brow. I'm just going to go from the arch to the bulb, And now we're going to find the underneath of the eyebrow. So I'm just going to make a little horizontal line there to act as a guide. And then we're going to go from the tail to that line we've just made. And then we're going to go from the bulb to the arch. So now I'm just going to go in with a skin barrier, and this is also going to help us clean up and enhance the shape that we've just created. Now I'm just going to ask my client what she thinks of the shape we've just created. Yeah. Is that okay? Now we're going to go in and wax the eyebrows. And now I'm just going to apply the moisturising serum from Killer Beauty. So we only need a little bit of this because a little bit goes a long way. So the moisturising serum is basically going to hydrate them hairs, and you're going to want to leave this on just to keep them moisturised for the next 12 to 24 hours. I'm just wiping off the excess around the brows. Now I'm just going to go in and add some highlight around the brows using the Buff Brows Bare Necessities palette. So we've just got our Aftercare pack with some oil, a micro brush and a spoolie. So for the first 12 to 24 hours you want to keep your brows dry. You don't want to get them wet because step 3 that we've just finished off with, that's going to keep the hydration into your hairs. From tomorrow you want to put some oil on them every single night. You can also use it to style them in the morning. But if you're only going to decide to do it once, it's best to do it in the night because that's when your body will regenerate. The micro brush is to style them in the morning, preferably whilst they're wet so that they dry in that new position. And the spoolie is to apply your oil with. And that's the tutorial finished. Thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to give me a follow, my Instagram is bobbi.pmu. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Killer Beauty channel, and I'll see you soon.